you've created your Common App account, you want to start using it, right? So that you can get all your colleges in and start getting ready to apply to college. So here we are. Once you sign into your account, you should be able to see this page right here. And we have different tabs on this page, okay? Or on the website, right? Your account. We have the dashboard, we have my colleges, Common App, college search, and financial aid resources. Now, the only one that we're not going to cover is the last one, financial aid resources. Not because it's not important or anything like that, but because all they do is just, I'll show you quickly, they just give you a bunch of information that you can kind of go through on your own. So there's nothing here to apply, to really apply to. This is just, again, it's information about the FAFSA and all these different things that they tell you. So I'm not going to go through that because, again, there's nothing to actually do on this tab. Okay, but if you can, you should actually read through it just so that you can, learn more about the financial aid process. Okay, unless you already know everything there is to know about it, in which case you don't need it. But if you have questions or you have no idea where to even start, I would go ahead and read that tab whenever you have time. But we will be making another video covering every step to apply to FAFSA and all that stuff. So going back, we're going to start with the dashboard. And here we are. So what is the dashboard for? The dashboard is really just a summary of all the colleges that you have, whether they have writing requirements, what are their deadlines, their applications, writing supplement, and you can also remove any colleges that you no longer want to apply to here. So let's say you've added Columbia University, you're like, never mind, that's way too out of my league, and you want to remove it, you would just click here. Are you sure you want to remove Columbia University? Yes, I am. So you click that and it disappears from your list, okay? So these are colleges that I've helped students apply to before. Not all of them are on here, but a lot of them are from last year. I think a lot of my students last year applied to SUNYs, which are state universities in New York. And so I just have a bunch of them here. They applied to Syracuse, New York University, Columbia, like just different ones. So I just have a lot of them here. But usually you want to apply anywhere between 9 and 12 colleges. Nowadays, I know that some people apply to 15 or even 20, but I wouldn't say that you need to apply to more than 15 or more than 12, to be honest, because the colleges that you're applying to, and this is a whole nother video of like how to choose your colleges and all that, but basically the ones that you're applying to should be organized pretty well so that you definitely have colleges that you're going to get in for sure, colleges that you have a really good chance of getting into, and colleges that are your dream colleges, right? So you shouldn't be, if your list is good, you shouldn't have to apply to more than 12. All right. So this is the dashboard. Again, one more time, I'll just go through this so that you can see. This is more for you to keep tabs on everything that you're doing, not so much that you, like about things that you actually have to do here. But for example, let's go to paste. So all these little things, all these little symbols have something that they mean, right? So this little red flag means that they have a writing requirement. The blue flag means that they have additional details that have to do with the writing piece. And there's a little yellow flag means that they have optional writing pieces. All right, whenever you have, just so you know, an optional writing piece, you should definitely do it because it can only help you. All right, unless it's like an hour before the deadline and you have no idea what you're going to write, then you should probably not wing it. But if you have some time to think about whatever optional prompt they're giving you, then you should probably take advantage of that, because remember that the application and the writing requirements are the only things that colleges have to actually get to know you as a student, aside from all your scores, right? The deadlines should be here for all the colleges. They're not right now because I believe that it's just not updated right now because students haven't begun applying for this year, but they will be here. Let's see. You can sort them by different sort order. The application, the yellow dot just means that it hasn't been submitted yet. All right, so it's kind of, you know, it's kind of in that stage where you haven't submitted it yet and it's just getting edited by you. And then you have writing supplements, whether you have writing supplements or not. None of these have any writing supplements. But if they do have a writing supplement, then you'll see it here. I'm going to add Columbia just back in just so that you can see what I mean. So I'm going to go do that really quickly. I'm just going to go to college search real quick. Probably shouldn't have deleted Columbia first, but it's okay. We'll fix it. And I'm going to teach you how to do this in another video, so don't worry about it. Okay. So you'll see here, Columbia, they have a writing piece that's required and writing that is optional and writing that requires additional details. All right. The application is not yet submitted and they do have a writing supplement as well. All right. So that's how it'll show if there's a writing supplement that's required. None of the other ones have them. All right. So again, this is just for you to really keep tabs on your colleges. If you click on one of these on the dashboard, you'll see that the common application is incomplete, which means I haven't submitted it. The questions are incomplete, which means that I haven't submitted them. Recommenders, which means your teachers, counselors, haven't completed their recommendations, like they haven't submitted their recommendations either. And FERPA just means that there's basically, I'll go through this when we get to that point, but FERPA just means basically your electronic signature that you waive your right to read any of the recommendation letters that your teachers or counselors are writing. We'll go into those details and whether you should click on it or not, but that's just so you know right now what that is. And then here we also have writing supplements. So here it just says that, you know, my writing questions haven't yet been completed. So that's what it'll show. So if you click on every single one of your colleges, it'll basically show you the same thing. All right, so this one, Common App Personal Essay, it's required. Questions. So basically you can click through these and just, this is a quick snapshot out of what it is that you're still missing for every college that you have selected. Alrighty, so this is the dashboard, you guys. Let's move on now to my colleges.